Well, a scheduled 20 to 40-minute spacewalk, the highlight of China's third manned space mission, is expected to start about 4:30 this afternoon, Beijing time. That is according to the spokesperson for China's manned space program, Wang Jiayao.
During a press conference on Friday, the spokesman said one astronaut will conduct the spacewalk. He will be assisted by another who will stay in the orbital module during the process. The other astronaut will stay in the re-entry module. The spacewalker will retrieve a piece of experimental material fixed on the exterior surface of the orbital module. The exact duration of the spacewalk will be adjusted according to the physical condition of the astronaut. Wang says the entire process would be broadcast live on television. Starting from 10:20 a.m. on Friday, two of the astronauts, Zhai Jinggang and Lu Boming, spent more than 11 hours unpacking and assembling their extravehicular activity suits in the orbital module. Meanwhile, Jing Haipeng stayed in the re-entry module to keep an eye on the vessel operation. One of the suits is a China-made Feitian model, and the other one is a Russian-made Orlan model. The ground command in Beijing says tests conducted by the astronauts show that both suits were in proper condition. The two men were also in excellent physical condition. David Rathbun, CCTV.
Well, more than 200 emergency plans have been made to deal with every conceivable problem during the spacewalk. As Zheng Ningni tells us, ground crews are also closely tracking the astronauts' every move.
As of 4:05 a.m. on Friday, China's third manned spacecraft, Shenzhou-7, has finally entered into the round orbit after completing its orbit maneuvers. Meanwhile, on the ground, the Beijing Aerospace Control Center is closely monitoring and guiding the spacecraft.
The successful orbit maneuver means that the astronaut can get out of the cabin as planned. We are choosing a track that is best controlled by the center, so that every move of the astronaut can be monitored.
As the astronaut float out of the cabin more than 340 kilometers above Earth later on Saturday, his movement will be transmitted back to the control center in real time.
Data reception and processing are being carried out smoothly. Shenzhou-7 is on the right track and is in good condition.
From Namibia to Qingdao across the Atlantic, Indian Ocean and the Pacific, staff members for China's space program are getting ready for what may well be the longest non-stop tracking in the history of spacecraft control. Zhang Yini, CCTV.
Well, for more information on the Shenzhou-7 mission, we join Liu Ming, who is live at the Beijing Aerospace Control and Command Center. Liu Ming, good morning. What is the latest update on the mission status at this point?
Morning, James. If you take a look at the big screen behind me, some technical parameters are changing there on real-time basis. The flight time now is 10 hours 47 minutes and 5 seconds. And currently the spacecraft in its 24th circle and is under the monitor of the Yuanwang #1, and it will soon go under the monitor of Yuanwang #3 at 8:25, 24 seconds until 8:32 and 40 seconds. If you take a look at the picture over there, the 3D animation picture, the spacecraft is moving in the orbit, and the current height of the flight is 337 kilometers, and the real-time video images inside the recapsule re-entry capsule are displayed from time to time on the screens at both ends, and the 3 astronauts are currently working very well inside the capsule. And according to the data transmitted and received from the sensors attached to their bodies, the doctors say that they are in perfect health conditions and all their physical indexes are within the normal ranges, so they're definitely ready for the spacewalk later in the afternoon.
Okay, Liu Ming, obviously that is the big event today. That is scheduled for about 4:30 this afternoon Beijing time. Can you give us specifics in terms of what's in store today for those 3 astronauts?
Well, the 3 astronauts will be kept crazily busy later today, and Zhai Zhigang and Liu Boming, the 2 astronauts, will go into the orbital module later at about 10 a.m. For the second time, and they will be making the last-minute preparations until the spacewalk later in the afternoon. They are expected to put on and test their actual vehicular spacesuits, and as well as test the relevant equipment and devices inside the orbital module to make sure that they can function well. And after that, the most exciting moment will come along at around 4:30 p.m. when Zhai Zhigang will start performing the spacewalk, the very first steps by the Chinese into the space. And in the meantime, he will be conducting some space experiments and will be releasing a small satellite. And the whole his spacewalk will be lasting about 20 minutes. But if you calculate from his closing from his opening the latch door to closing the latch door, the whole process will be lasting more than 30 minutes. And all the working staff here and as well as the media persons are really looking forward to the historic moment that's coming up.
Certainly going to be fascinating to watch as the entire nation is fixated on this event. Liu Ming, we'll leave it there for now. Thanks very much.